so much for coming to the online premiere of the music video I Choose Joy, presented by Celebrate Asian Joy. The story focuses on one's courage to choose joy amidst of all the noise and the setbacks that surround us all, and was created with original music, lyrics, and choreography by Asian artists and performed in a true musical theater style with lots of song and dance. Stay after the video premiere for a Q&A with the creatives to hear about what the whole process of creating this video was like. We hope everyone who watches can feel encouraged to choose joy and to know that you are enough and that you're worth being celebrated. Now, without further ado, we're proud to present Celebrate Asian Joy's inaugural piece, I Choose Joy.
Another disappointment.
Another thank you, no. I don't know how much more that I can take of daily heartbreak.
Maybe I'm not what they're looking for. The only parts they've offered are serving maid and whore. I'm so much more when I've got what it takes. I have dreams just too big to destroy. I'm scared, but I choose joy. I choose joy.
Hey, Asian sister, what's got you down?
Wait, do I know you?
Your Broadway Asian spirit guide.
At your service.
Wow, you look like the gay Asian in Mamma Mia.
Thanks. Not booking many gigs, huh?
Try not any.
That was me for half my life as well. Every casting call, a living hell. Then lying to my parents, said I was consulting. But the thing that got me through was knowing this was what I was meant to do. And you were meant to choose it too.
I want to choose it, but it can be so lonely.
It doesn't have to be your second Asian spirit guide.
I have two?
There's a whole community of us. Every time a white actor gets cast in an Asian role, a new guide is born.
So there are hundreds.
I used to struggle with not seeing myself up there. So the first time I did Miss Saigon, yes, I know the book is kinda wrong. Still, it felt like I had finally found my way home.
I found my family on that stage.
A family who will help you find yourself and discover joy within.
So find that joy. Show that joy.
Look at me and look at you. You must be the spirit guide of joy.
That's right, girl. People never think Asians can tap.
When I'm dancing, it's like the rest of the world melts away.
That's the secret to inner joy. You just have to let it out.
That's so fun!
Yes! Woo! I'm gonna break the mold, I'm gonna shine. I'm gonna seize this moment and make my stars all align. And I will be waiting there for me. So dig down deep and discover the passion in your heart. Your spark today.
welcome and thank you for joining us to celebrate this special, special day, the premiere of I Choose Joy. How did you enjoy the music video? It made me cry. Joy, this was so exciting. How did you like it? So here, we would like to invite you to find out a little bit more about I Choose Joy, how this all started, and the journey to this day. Let me introduce myself. My name is Junko Kubo. I'm a freelance announcer from Japan, a huge, huge fan of Broadway musical, and a good friend of Riza. I'm so excited to be hosting today's Q&A with the creatives of this video. So let's begin. Let's invite Riza and Shiori and Darren. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, it's good. The video was wonderful.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, this is so great. I'm so excited to ask you about the behind the scenes secrets about this video. So before we begin, so how does it feel to be finally sharing this video from everybody around the world? Riza, Shiori, Darren?
Oh, well, it feels crazy. My entire summer, actually, we've been working on this since the end of April.
Right.
So to be able to get to where we are now, it feels so crazy and emotional and nerve-wracking and all of that at the same time.
Congrats. How about you, Darren?
It feels great. I mean, it started as an idea, and then the team just kept building, and to really sort of see it finished, it's really, really thrilling.
Yeah. Well, this is great. And Shiori, you edited, right?
Yeah, so it's been a long journey, just like, Darren and Riza said, we started back in April and we literally took 6 months to complete this video. And also this was something new for us to try. So it wasn't like we were, good at it or like we were professional at it. We just like collected all the different talents for this project and then kind of built this from scratch. So I'm very happy to see what we have right now.
So before we get into it, could you all introduce yourselves briefly?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll start with myself. Hi, I'm Riza Takahashi. I'm the founder of Celebrate Asian Joy. And for this video, I was the producer and director, and I also was the performer.
Wonderful. And Shiori?
My name is Shiori Saito. I'm originally from Japan, and I'm also a co-producer and a co-director for this. So I was in charge of the video editing and also directing the video side of this production.
I see. And Darren?
Hi, my name is Darren Lee, and I was the choreographer on this project.
Yeah, so thank you. So to go back to April, how did this all project begin?
Oh, wow. How do we start? Maybe I should start since I started it all and just drew all of you guys together. Well, just to explain like how Celebrate Asian Joy project itself started up, during the pandemic with the rising cases of hate crimes against the Asian community, I felt like the Asian community, we were given a label that was a little bit of more like a suffering or sad or like we're like the victims. And, I think it is important to raise awareness of that part of what's happening in the global pandemic. But I also wanted to change the narrative that the society has given the Asian community, because we're not just that. We shouldn't be just defined by the hate crimes during the pandemic. So that's kind of why I started the Celebrate Asian Joy, to change in hopes of changing the narrative. And before this video project, we did the photo shoot project with the API Broadway theater artists in partner with the BCEFA. And that's kind of like the first project when Celebrate Asian Joy got started and all bubbled up. And that project got picked up by playbill.com, and you can read the full article on our website if you'd like. But after that project got started up, that's when Shiori here had reached out to me and said that we should collaborate and create something together and to keep spreading the message of Celebrate Asian Joy, which I'm so grateful because I wanted to do something and I started up the Celebrate Asian Joy, but I didn't know where this could take or where I wanted this to be. And Shiori kind of has given this opportunity to start up something important to spread the message. So, we decided, Shiori and I are going to start this video project together, and we thought it was going to be this like cute little project. And, we're going to, dance and sing and do something. But, we thought the message was so important. We wanted to try our best to do a better job for ourselves, and we raised our expectations for ourselves, and the project got bigger and greater. Darren's just laughing because he's also been a part of it since the beginning. He's like, we didn't know this was going to be this big. Anyway, yeah, so we asked a lot of amazing people's help for a project, including, Darren, who's choreographer, and our donors, Summerlit Arts, Summerlit Charitable Foundation's Wendy, and my former bosses, Tina and Jeff. And, these generous people lend their hand, and that's kind of how this project began. And I'm so grateful for everyone who's been a part of this project.
So Darren, what was the laugh from? Why were you laughing?
Well, I think I was fortunate enough to sort of be I guess one of the first people to sort of be informed, like, oh, this is what we want to do, and then it was sort of like, well, how are we going to do that? And so I was definitely excited to be part of something that was and it was an inspiring message, and I thought it was really exciting, and I was honored to be able to participate in it. I think I was laughing because of the idea that we're gonna make a music video is one idea, and then it just kept getting bigger and more fantastic, and there were more and more talented people being asked to do it, and they all just kept saying yes, and it kept getting bigger. And so by the time we were filming in Times Square with an Asian American creative team and Asian American dancers, it was the most incredible journey. And I've been fortunate enough to have almost a 30-year career as far as being in sort of Broadway theater and in the entertainment industry. I have never had the opportunity to do anything in Times Square, and so it was amazing to have that. Really, yeah. So it's been really, really fun.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, and Shiori, so you kind of suggested making after the photo shoot.
Right. So Riza and I have been friends for about a year. We became friends like right after the pandemic happened. And I had never seen her on stage. I missed that chance. Yeah, but I always wanted to. I have a big love for musical theater. In fact, I went to college for musical theater as a designer. So I always loved the vibes and how bright it is in theater, how energetic it is in the community. But after graduating from college, I kind of shifted my career and went to like a TV production, so behind the camera position. And so I knew what I could do. Like, I love the theater, I love the videography, and I knew I could combine the art of both industry. And when Riza came to me with a concept, I was like, well, this is the time. Like, this is the time to share love, and like, this is the time to share our skills and then see what we can do. And that's how it happened. And as Riza and Darren mentioned, we I think I'm really proud of ourselves for sticking with plan A, although like we had nothing to begin with. We had no money that we could spend for this project. We had no people that we could collaborate together in the beginning. But then Rita had this like idea, like she was like, well, I need a mentor and I have one specific person in mind. And then we went to Darren and he, responded to her email immediately and it all happened. So I feel like it's almost a miracle. Like everyone, all the talented people kept joining us and it expanded. And then we found people who want to support us in terms of support us financially as well. And it all happened like a miracle.
Right. But I know it wasn't easy. There was, as Shiori said, there was no money, no people at first. So what was the challenge? So what was the most difficult or even great part, the highlights of this project?
Well, I think like to begin with, like the difficulty, I have to say like Darren helped us tremendously in terms of guiding us, because I've been an actor my entire life and I don't know what, I've never done producing or directing or any of the creative part before. But he was also the director and choreographer for the lab that I was in right before the pandemic hit. And like he was the director and choreographer and I was just one of the actors, so it took a lot of courage for me to ask like, Darren, do you want to help me with this please?
Not at all. I was honored. It was an absolute pleasure. I mean, I didn't necessarily understand or know that I was like part of my participation was to mentor you. Like that wasn't really the intention, but I think that you have such a passion for it and you had a clarity of what you wanted to achieve. And so if I had some sort of idea of how that might take place based on whatever, I was absolutely willing to help and try to make it happen. And so I'm glad that honestly, I'm glad and I'm impressed that you were able to do what you've done. Very few people have an idea, say they want to do it, even if though they don't know how to do it and they're afraid of it and they don't have any money, actually do it. And I think that is something just to be applauded. And I'm so happy to have been part of it. From the very beginning, there was a vulnerability, but a desire to have a shared goal. And so if people could participate in making that happen, I think that it was what they wanted to do.
I see. So, but Darren, so when you choreographed on I Choose Joy, what did you have in mind? So what's different from all the other ones?
Well, initially, anytime I approach choreography, I try to approach it from what is the best sort of storytelling point. And so from the beginning, I think it just started as like dance break, like that was sort of all it said. But we knew that it was going to be the end of the video. We knew that it was going to be sort of the culmination. So we knew that the video and the dancing had to some way represent how the challenges that were set up in the beginning were overcome, and then this is the physical representation of that. We had a little workshop section. Riza and I were the two of us basically being everybody. And then we had the great opportunity of rehearsing with these amazing people, these wonderful company of dancers that just all said yes. And we came out and we literally, there was also supposed to be rain. So we literally came out there, like blocked it, filmed it, got out of there. And
Really?
I'm so happy that it looks the way it does.
Oh, it didn't look like it was going to rain.
It wasn't even just rain. It was crazy. Like it was gonna storm.
Really?
There was a warning for a storm and downpour and thunder. And I was like, this one day it's gonna be. But it was crazy because when we were filming at night, somehow if this was Manhattan, the cloud was like parting the way to not rain on Manhattan.
Yeah, so it was meant to be.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah, that must have been really stressful. Yeah, I can imagine. This is absolutely wonderful. I'm so happy that I got to know all of you, and that this premiere is successful, and everybody watching, audience, is happy about it, and because they are definitely going through something too in their lives. It's not Broadway, maybe not acting or editing or choreographing, but then they can kind of synchronize themselves to the the, the joy that they can choose. They can look at the good sides, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really important to like, if the narrative that is out there isn't, you don't feel like it represents you, or you don't want it to define you,
Mhm.
we don't have to let that be where it ends. And I think that that finding a way to be able to actively, you know, define yourself is something that what a wonderful message.
It is. So, how would you want the audience? It might be a little redundant, but to, feel or impacted by this video?
Um, as a video director, I definitely want to create a new culture through this video. Something we want to achieve was, not just like do something impressive. We didn't make video. We we didn't make this video just to impress people. It's not like look what we can do. Look how amazing theater is. It's not just that. It's about this culture and community and our history. So that's what I want the audience to feel and continue the message to the next generation.
That's definitely to move on, the urge to move on. Riza, how about you?
Yeah, like you said, Junko-san, I hope that not just the AAPI community, but also anybody can relate to this music video in like different kinds of way, because it's so easy to fall into the negativity and sit in them and just spiral down, which I do sometimes, to be quite honest. But I hope that people who watch this video can feel encouraged to celebrate themselves. And whether your way of celebrate is eating good food or dancing around the living room or whatever it is, that I want everyone to know that you deserve to be celebrated. And whatever the color of your skin or whatever, it doesn't matter, or where you are in your life. So hopefully this video can give you a little bit of a courage to choose joy.
Right, the mindset is great. Yes, we need it. And Darren?
I mean, along the same lines, I really just like, I think that if there initially is for a young person the setback of not thinking you can do something that you want to, or you feel like you can't because it's not represented, then I would be so happy if this allows someone to see someone like them, or they can relate to it, and that they are doing something that I think I would enjoy. Like that alone is you don't start out trying to achieve that, but if that's what you do, that's so great.
That's a great encouragement. So what's the next step? What's your next dream, your goal? Let's hear this.
Next goal or dreams. Well, I hope that Celebrate Asian Joy can continue to produce more Asian driven projects and create more space for younger generation of the API community, because there is space, and hopefully we can encourage everyone to create more.
How about you, Shiori and Darren?
I have no idea yet, honestly. But I'm excited to see how this video is going to be accepted by people and how they can take it from there and then, use this inspiration in their everyday life. So I think this is just a start. I don't think this is just end of the project. I think it's the beginning for some people. So I'm very excited to see that.
Totally agree. Darren?
Yeah, and I think in the very same way is that as there are more opportunities for to have it might used to be maybe we'll have one Asian person in the show, and then you'll have a whole show of Asian people, right? And then those people that were in the show become creative types, and those creative types meet other creative types, and the opportunities increase because there you give us a seat at the table, and then we start to collaborate and bring in these wonderful talents that we would not necessarily be exposed to otherwise, and so that's really what I'm excited about for the future.
Well, looking forward to it. Thank you so much for your time and best of luck to you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again for coming to see the online premiere of I Choose Joy. We hope you enjoyed seeing our joy bursting in Times Square. If you liked our music video, please consider donating for our cause through a GoFundMe so that we can continue to produce more Asian-driven projects to create more space for Asian artists in the future. You can also support us by purchasing our merch. All the links are listed in the caption, but if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us via our email, celebrateasianjoy@gmail.com. Also, if anyone who's watching this premiere would like to sponsor our future projects, please feel free to reach out to us anytime. You can learn more about us at our website, celebrateasianjoy.com. Lastly, I'd like to thank everyone who's been a part of creating this amazing piece of art, from our sponsors, creatives, cast, and production teams. And thank you again for coming to watch our music video. Just so you know, you can always come back to our YouTube channel right here to watch I Choose Joy anytime. That is all for today. Until next time, wishing you all the joy in the world.
Another audition for another show.
Another disappointment.
Another thank you, no. I don't know how much more that I can take of daily heartbreak.
Maybe I'm not what they're looking for. The only parts they've offered are serving maid and whore. I'm so much more when I've got what it takes. I have dreams just too big to destroy. I'm scared, but I choose joy. I choose joy.
Hey, sister, what's got you down?
Wait, do I know you?
Your Broadway Asian spirit guide.
At your service.
Wow, you look like the gay Asian in Mamma Mia.
Thanks. Not booking many gigs, huh?
Try not any.
That was me for half my life as well. Every casting call a living hell. Then lying to my parents said I was concerned.